Alright, what's going on, guys? Gryphon Striker here, coming at you with an interesting playthrough. We're going to be going through Gundam Breaker 3. I haven't played this in a couple of years, so I'm probably going to be a little rusty. But specifically, I'm going to be limiting myself to only using grunt suit parts. Obviously, whatever we have at the start with is what we have, so I'm not going to really be able to do anything about that. But once we get some parts unlocked, I'm going to be switching over to using only grunt suits throughout the main story. And we're going to see how far we can get. If you enjoy this video, consider subscribing to see more. I will be doing this in a couple of parts, so we'll have a couple parts of these uploaded. And then if people want to see more after this, I'm definitely willing to do more challenge runs or just continuing the playthrough with grinding some of these suits up to their max. But this game is basically a hack and slash. I mean, it does have shooting as well, but it's primarily a hack and slash. You can break apart enemies' mobile suits as well as gain parts from those, and then use those to build your own gunpla to use in battle. It's actually a really cool game. Probably the best Gundam game that we've actually gotten. That's in English. Now, technically, this is not a Western release. If you're interested in buying the game, I recommend buying the, I believe it's a Singapore copy. Those were translated into English, but it is the only place to get it. I got mine through PlayAsia. There's probably other sites out there, but PlayAsia is usually where I go through to get most of my Gundam games imported. As you can see, it's very fast-paced. You've got some combos. I don't have a lot right now, but you'll also get EX skills based on the parts that you have equipped. That will help. As you can see, we're picking up parts from these units that we're picking up. Alright, we're moving on to the next area. And we can use those to customize it later. I'll be going through as we customize and showing you guys kind of what I'm adding to it, for sure. This is going to be a bit of a different video for me in that I'm going to be doing supercuts. If people are interested enough in seeing the full VOD of just everything that I'm doing right now, I'll be putting that up on Area Replay if we get enough requests for it. Area Replay is my stream VOD channel. This isn't actually streamed. This is just me recording off stream because I feel like it's a little easier to focus on commentary. We got Dom. I wouldn't mind some Dom parts. Like a Dom, maybe Dom Gem hybrid. That'd be pretty cool. We already have some of the gem parts, so it wouldn't be too hard to make. So that's one of our EX actions. We also have a repair action right now, I believe. It's on our triangle, yeah, armor repair. If I remember correctly, strong attacks actually break them apart more, is actually the way to get more parts from your enemies. So we're gonna try... Yeah, definitely. I couldn't remember. Like I said, it's been a little bit since I played this. But I played this. I've played Gundam Breaker 2. I don't believe I ever played the first one. I'd have to check my PS3 collection, because I know I have Gundam Breaker 2 for sure. But this is definitely one of the Gundam games, like, if you want a really good Gundam game, this is probably one of, if not the best, Gundam game we've gotten. Some other really good ones, if you don't mind... not having it in English, the 0081 UC Battlefield Record game is actually really good. I personally like Crossfire. I know people rag on Crossfire a lot, and it's not a great game, don't get me wrong. I'll never say that Crossfire is the best Gundam game, but I think it is a good Gundam game. I think the problem was it wasn't very well optimized because it was a launch title, so it ran pretty poopy, and obviously it was an early lifespan of the PS3, so a lot of people who didn't have any other games to picked that up, and so it got a pretty bad rep. But I actually enjoy playing it. It's very heavy filling. I like heavy filling Gundam games. That's why I played GBO2, which is another game I definitely recommend. It's more multiplayer oriented though, so if you're looking for single player, this is your kind of go-to. But I do like me some slow-paced Gundams. One of my favorite Gundam games has and will continue to be Zeonic Front. I actually have a speed run on the channel. I'm not the fastest time. I'm 10 minutes slower than the fastest time right now. But I haven't really been practicing. You can definitely lower the time down from what I've gotten, even what the best speed got. Look at this dude. Look at him with his big old Sazabi shield. I think that's the Sazabi shield. The bosses are decently difficult in this, at least early on. So as you can see here, I actually broke a part. If they break your parts off, you do have to go and actually recover them. So always keep that in mind, especially when you're fighting boss characters. If they knock off your head, you can't lock on anymore. So as you saw, I lost lock on there randomly. That was because he actually knocked off my head. We got the Gerbera Tetra parts. Definitely not going to be using that. The Gerbera Tetra is pretty cool, but it's not a grunt suit, so we're not going to be using it. No, you're not getting your parts back. Sorry, buddy. And we got a shield from Sazabi. Once again, another part we're not going to be using. So we'll see what we have after this mission. Just what we can make with just Grunt-Unit parts. We got a Heat Hawk, so that might be a potential melee weapon. We've got Gundam Beam Rifle. We got a Gym Backpack. And that's really it. We actually didn't get a lot of the parts from the grunt suits. That's okay though. Alright, so this is the actual hub of the game, so you can see your unit in here, and any other units that you make, up to I think it's 3 or 4. So this is the setup menu. This is where you can actually change your parts. Let's actually see what we're working with here. So we can exchange unwanted parts, change option equipment, filter, yeah. So we have the GN sword. That's actually what we're using. That is not a grunt weapon. I think we're probably gonna go with the Heat Hawk. Sorry, it's taking me a bit to remember that circle is confirmed in this. Probably gonna stick with the beam machine gun. Does it actually show? Okay, it's from a powered gem. So yeah, that's still a grunt suit, kind of. I think that's a specialized grunt suit, but we'll be okay with it. Gem 3, that's fine. We do need to replace the body at some point because we have G3 parts for the rest. We have the Gem or the Gem 3 backpack. I like the Gem 3 backpack better. Just for how it looks, the aesthetics. Technically, the Gem backpack is better because it's higher level. We can't replace that with the Sazabi shield. Alright, so we can put on Diffuse Bullet. So the downside is we don't actually have the ability to use that Beam Saber thing because we don't actually have a Beam Saber equipped or a sword equipped, but that's fine. It's not going to be too important early on. Let's go actually see what's in the shop because we might be able to buy some grunt parts. Okay, so no. Everything costs too much for us right now. This will be probably how we get most of them. Now we can just go ahead and go to the next mission. Alright, so our next mission is a practice with, we have Misa with us now. So you will get both the units that you make, which you can actually assign to them. But they also have their own custom music. So she has I don't remember what her parts are, but I know the camper backpack when I see it. But she has a pretty interesting... I love the Camphor. My favorite non-Federation units are probably the Camphor and the Dom. Gelgoog is like a sharp third. Which there are some mass production Gelgoogs. I don't know if we'll ever get their parts. I don't remember. Excuse me, sir. Get down here. How do I just jump? Okay, you have to just not move and hold X. Okay. See if we can get some of these. These are gym commanders. Wouldn't mind some gym commander parts. So each weapon type has like their own distinct pattern as far as attacks for both strong and consecutive. If I remember correctly, axes just in general, they're heavier in their attacks. So I think they also destroy or rip off the parts more. Get down here. I can't kick your ass if you don't come to me. Yeah, I see it. Pretty easy to knock parts out. And I was just using consecutive. I wasn't even using my strong attack. So you can also use option equipment. So it's actually got it up on the screen right now. So I can use this to change. So I have head Vulcans. So if I want to fire some Vulcans. And these can actually be changed by putting accessories. So you can add accessories from multiple units and those give you attacks. They're usually not quite as good as the main weaponry, but they can be used like good like in a pinch. Like the beam saber is a bit of a quicker attack, so if I need some quick melee, I do have that option of just popping it on, pressing circle right now, and doing this. But as you can see, it doesn't do quite as much damage. But it is a quick attack, so. And you can cycle between them, so I can go from the beam saber directly into my heat hawk by just not pressing circle anymore. Now, this is the basic gameplay loop. There are different missions, so it's not just you have X targets, destroy them. There are missions where you have to defend points. There are also some missions where you have to protect certain things from being destroyed. So there's a little bit of variety, but at its heart, it is just a hack and slash. So your general gameplay loop is going to be variations of this, just based on what we got. So we got a Gundam with a hammer. I don't think that's not the normal hyper hammer, so I'm not sure. Or maybe that's just how it's designed for this, but I think that's from a different unit. Okay, so let's get some distance here. Use our diffuse bullet, get some damage on that one. Get this one from behind. So when they have those little shields pop up, that means that they're actively blocking your damage. And you can kind of brute force your way through those shields. I'm gonna get rid of this freaking Gundam. Okay. Yeah, you can brute force your way through the shields if you want. Or you can wait till they're not blocking and try to counter attack. One of the two. Now we're getting all these parts that I'm not going to be using. That's okay. We can actually sell these parts. I should have done that last round, but we'll do it when we finish this one. We can sell some parts, and then that might actually allow us to get some cool new parts from the store. Come here. I'm coming for you. Get off my butt. It's not for sale. You actually have a ranged attack. I've always been pretty bad about using the ranged in this game. They're usually not bad. It's just that melee is far superior in terms of damage most of the time, unless you do specific builds. In my experience, don't consider me an expert by any sense of the imagination, though. I did not get particularly far. I just kind of beat the main story and then did a little bit of grinding after that. Stop whipping me. But usually shot weapons also don't break opponents, so if you want to get parts, usually not the best way to go. That guy. Ugh. Hate this thing. What shield does it have? Is that a unicorn shield? That kind of looks like unicorns. I think, yeah, it is. It's unicorn shield. What the fuck? It's got the Gundam Death Scythe backpack. Got an Agai arm. Oh, it's a Banshee. Sorry. I mean, they look the same, but Banshee's shield. If you do get this game, I do recommend getting the Break Edition. I think it's the only version you can really buy now, but it has a good portion of the DLC. Unfortunately, I bought this right before Break Edition came out. Like, I think I literally bought it the month before Break Edition came out. And, you know, hindsight and all that. I can add on the Break Edition. I just haven't done it yet. Who knows? Maybe once I finish this playthrough, I might upgrade. I just got to get a good old Singapore PSN card. Sorry, I'm gonna need you to stop dodging. It's not fun. Looks like I ripped off that Zagok's arm. One thing you'll notice is that I'm more familiar with UC units than I am any of the alternate universes. Especially anything from G Gundam. Sorry for G Gundam fans out there. I absolutely hate G Gundam. Well, I don't necessarily think it's a bad show as a show. I think it's a bad Gundam show. Because I definitely am one of the people that watch Gundam for more like realism out of the robots. Now, granted, there's a lot of fantasy elements and within the sci-fi, so it's not complete realism. And I understand that. I'm never going to argue against that, but I don't watch Gundam to see martial arts fighting, you know? I watch it to see giant robots with guns and beam sabers beat the shit out of each other. And also for the drama portion, which is something that G Gundam lacks. Wing does a pretty good job with the drama. I mean, Hero's kind of a pessimistic douche, so, you know, he causes drama. All right, so we finished mission 2. We got some money. We got actually an EX action for our axe, so that's nice. We're not going to be using that. Why did Shining Gundam have a Trans Am? Oh no, sorry, it's trans type. It's super mode. I was like, wait, what? We got, oh, that's Turn A's Gundam Hammer. That's why I didn't recognize it. I saw the giant anchor at the bottom. I'm like, that's not the normal Gundam Hammer. Those are 2 headpieces we can't use. 2, those we can't use. I can check them, right? I can go ahead and convert these while we're here. Okay, so we can get rid of all these Gundam parts. We'll keep the Agai arms. I'm probably not going to use them, but if it's all we have. The good thing about doing a challenge like this is I'm going to have a lot of GP because I have literally no use for anything that's not a grunt part. All right, let's go see if we can buy a unit. We ranked up. Okay. So let's go see what we can buy now. I think we can buy the Jesta. We could do the Gundam ground type. The Gundam ground type is technically a mass production model. We got the Zakutu. We got the Dom. I definitely want the Dom. The Goof would be cool. Having a Dom with the Goof shield would be pretty nice. We got the Gyaradoga and the Jesta. The Jesta is really cool. So is the Jigen, actually. Do I want a Jigen? No, we're going to go Dom. We don't have a lot of money, so we're going to buy the Dom. I am playing on a different account, just because I didn't actually realize you could only have one save, and I did not want to overwrite my old save. All right, so let's see what we got. So we're not going to be changing any of this. We do have some new stuff. I don't know if I want to change to the Dom's head. The at guy arms. Oh my god. I love that they, because of the way the game works, they're like, you know, you can still hold a weapon with these arms. Definitely want the Dom legs. See, the Dom backpack, it does give us the heat saber. I think I'm gonna stick with the GM3 though. I really need a new shield. That's okay though. Do I just want to go full Dom at this point? The Gym 3 head looks a little goofy on the Dom. You know, it looks goofy enough that I like it. Okay. Let's put Tornado Axe on, so we have it. Let's go over to paint. I'm gonna make this look more uniform. We will be right back. Alrighty, so I actually ended up, I forgot there were preset themes, and I actually decided we'd go with the Ace White. I kind of wanted to do Gundam colors. The color that I was actually making was more goofy, and that, despite the way that sounds, I'll show a little bit of a clip from the actual goof section. But it was like a weird Gundam goof color, but we're just gonna go with the preset Gundam theme, because I want a Gundam-me. Dom Gym hybrid thing. I don't know. Whatever this thing is. Okay. So we're gonna back out. We'll go back to the hangar. We have our unit ready to go. Actually, I need to check the option items because I don't know if it automatically puts those on. It does not. Because we now have the chest diffuse cannon. Now we can go back to the hangar. And on to our third mission. So essentially, if there's a unit you want, so let's say I have the Dom here. If there's a unit that I want, when you're actually in the mission counter, once you beat a mission, it'll actually tell you what is in that mission. So say I want to try to get high grade gym command space type, then I can actually go here. Or if I want to do just regular gym, I can go here. And obviously it's RNG. So you have to kind of get lucky and hope you break the parts and hope that breaking the part gives you the part. But if there is something specific you want to farm for, that's how you do it. There we go. Our Gundam is launching. I'm sorry, that was bad. Ooh, hi there. Get out of here with your beam fan. You know, despite having the Dom as the base, I feel like I'm slightly slower than I was with the gym parts. Or, well, I guess the G3 parts. Let's try our diffuse. Guess I just stuns them for a second. Not bad. Some optional equipment obviously has a cooldown, some don't, like the Beam Saber doesn't have a cooldown. But the Vulcans and the Diffusion will eventually go into cooldown. The Diffusion after one shot, the Vulcans after you empty the ammo. Get the Master Grade out. So if you see any, like a bigger version of the same units, the smaller units are usually high grade, the bigger units are Master Grade. If you're not familiar with Gunpla, it's the same thing. Typically Master Grades have higher detail, and they're usually also larger. Because as you go up in grade, you also go up towards a closer to scale. So this game follows that same thing. So if you see a bigger unit that's bigger than other units of the same type, because some units are just naturally big, that's probably a Master Grade. And you can equip your own unit with Master Grade parts, and you do also get larger. Larger and in charger. You can co-op this game as well. I haven't actually tried the co-op system. I know I have some friends that have done co-op. From what I understand, it's pretty cool. So if you have some friends that like Gundam and like hack and slash games, this is definitely a good game to chill out with. I want to try to do this. Okay, well, I wasn't close enough, but, you know, in theory, that would have hit. It's Gundam with a hyper bazooka. Oh, it's multiple Gundams with hyper bazookas. Knock that Gundam's head clean off. Yeah, so if they're on the ground like that, if you actually are able to knock their legs off, you can actually do a ground break, which is not always an instant kill, but it does tend to instant kill, or just do a crap ton of damage. Real easy way to like finish enemies off quickly. Oh, he blocked my diffusion. What an a-hole. So your allies can actually die. So you do have to be careful, especially in later missions. They can go out on you and then you just become like the main target. I mean, you're usually the main target, but even more so than usual. Enemy player approaching, or boss battle time. That's a weird mixture of units. So it looks like Stargazer. I can't tell what the head is. It's the O head. Okay, I was gonna say Gyan, but that makes more sense actually. I think I saw Easy 8. It's got the anti-sword or anti-ship rifle. All right, second boss time. Gundam Age. That's actually a G-Self. Sorry, Reconquista. I haven't seen that as either. I haven't seen Age or Reconquista. I think I saw the first episode, but never actually finished it. It's one of the series I need to go back and actually watch and finish. Double O being another big one. I finished the first season, have never finished the second season or the movies. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, well, it's gone now. I'm not sure what the plan was there, but... All right, mission 3 done. Not bad, got some money. We can definitely get some new parts if we want. I'm not going to worry about selling these, although all of these are not grunt suits, so can't use them. That's okay. We got through the first 3 missions with only grunt suits. Not bad so far. All right, but anyway, that's where I'm gonna call it for this video, everybody. I hope you guys had a good time. If you enjoy this, please leave a like, leave a comment below with any of your favorite grunt suits that you may want me to try to get some parts for and see if we can add it into our grunt playthrough. But that's gonna be it for this time around. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.